Taking a break from the beginner and advanced tip this week to bring you what you would have to pay to have access to. Don't worry, we footed the bill for it. Ad Age featured an article with 60 predictions for commercials and advertising in 2025. Now, again, you have to pay for this, but we did, so you didn't have to. We got through all 60 and just pulled out the highlights. So I'll share a few of these predictions with you, and then I'll reveal how you can apply these to your voiceover auditions and performances. Commercial Vibes 2025. Executive Creative Director at Glow, Jason Musanti, says, ads will be raw, real, messy, and unhinged. So have you seen the Nutter Butters, yes, the delicious cookie, their TikTok page? If you haven't, check out these images. Unhinged for the whole thing is actually the best way to describe it, and it's gotten so much buzz. Several creative directors mentioning it as a leading commercial vibe for 2025. Now, you and I may look at that and go, really? That's getting attention? But it's so different that it began creating a buzz and all that attention that went with it. So no matter what you think about it, the goal is to learn from it and let it inform you in your auditions for when clients and ad agencies hear your auditions. Ben Grossman, Donner Agency president, says, mascots are back, jingles are in, talking animals reign supreme. Across the board, everyone said that consumers are seeking moments of levity and joy. Brands will be creating more fun, weird, and joyful campaigns with lots of laughs. Advertisements are going to seek to answer this question: how quickly can you make me laugh, solve my problem, and look cool doing it? And you can understand that, right? Just makes sense with how heavy things have been in the world in just the past decade alone. I'm kind of happy for this change. All right, commercial topics and formats in 2025. Now, several creatives said that there will be more focus on women's sports in 2025, and with the World Cup in 2026, expect to see a lot of that as well in commercials this year. Agencies also believe that clients and brands will ask for longer form content in 2025. Instead of trying to buy ad space on a streaming platform or social media, they want to create their own content specifically for their own customers and community. That's going to bring about so many different opportunities. Commercials and AI in 2025. Juliana Cobb, head of Creative 72 and Sunny NY, said AI ad experiments went sideways in 2024. So let me translate that for we lay folk. It bit ad agencies in the derriere. While many creatives experimented with AI in 2024, in 2025, they'll use AI as a tool and not as a replacement in advertising, which is great for us. Creatives trying to be the best they can be, the most creative, as well as the most efficient. They'll continue to seek mastering interplay between human intuition and machine intelligence to create ideas that are personal at scale. Now, that's the creatives we're talking about. Whether this rings true for brands, ad agencies see the value of craft over commodity and focusing on human truths in advertising. Heidi and I see that as a plus, and it just makes sense. Even though advertising has a goal of generating money for clients, the creatives who create those ads are just like us, creative and creatives. Their end goal is simply slightly different than ours, but they don't want to see voice actors go away. We will always have a human advantage over machines. My personal thought, nothing we program into a machine will ever be as nuanced as what we can do as humans. Side note about AI, we talent are very wary of AI and how others can use it to basically clone our voice. And if you found some company that has done that, Nava has a great site to help you out for free. They've got some free resources at navavoices.org. I'll link it in the notes. If they can't help, they'll put you in touch with people who can. Now, what does this mean for voice actors? First off, you and I will need to continue to bring our authentic and perfect personalities to our commercial auditions. It doesn't mean being sloppy in our editing or having a good home studio, though. You still have to have that. But what it does mean is conversational and authentic will win the game. Like I'm talking now. Yes, I'm reading off a teleprompter, so I'm more accurate with what I'm sharing, but I'm pausing. My pace is natural. It's just how we speak every day, right? It'll be more acceptable to be like that in auditions, and it's encouraged. And if you haven't yet, make sure you check out the AVS podcast episode 78 with Tina Marasco of Sound and Fury Casting if you want to find out more about that trend. That podcast episode is like a coaching session that you didn't have to pay for. Heidi and I coach with her, and she is phenomenal, but I'll link that podcast episode in the notes as well. Secondly, about this change, it also means we can infuse humor and joy if it's applicable to the commercial audition. I recently had an audition. Can't share what company, but I can share is that the specs called for confident, charismatic or charisma, ease, familiar, relatable, fun, and accessible. Well, I gave a couple good reads for it, but then was told, hey, don't forget the playfulness. Okay, the third takeaway, bring vulnerable humanity to your reads. This is our competitive advantage against AI. To do this, it means that you have to be, wait for it, vulnerable. Serious question. Do you know how to be vulnerable? Have you ever been vulnerable with another human being? Odds are you have. Sharing your thoughts and feelings, that is going deep. Trusting another person with your struggles, or your fears, or your hopes and your dreams. That's being vulnerable. Now, 3 ways to know how to bring that vulnerability. Put it into practice. Find a trusted friend at the very least and invest in that relationship. And now you both have to want that, just so you know. Another way is to find a good counselor to help you know what it means to be vulnerable and talk through things. I've mentioned it before on this channel that Heidi and I both go to counselors and we work on things from our past and things that we deal with now. And Grow Counseling is a great place to go, and I'll link it if you want to dive into things you may have faced and want to grow through them. And finally, yet another way to understand how to bring that vulnerability is to get into classes that can draw that out of you, like bringing your authentic self to auditions and sessions. And we have a great instructor, Steve Henderson, in his Character of You class. It helps you uncover just that. The next one's starting soon, and I'll link it if you're interested. Hope that helps. Our goal here at Atlanta Voiceover Studio and ProVoiceOverTraining.com is to give you the resources you need to create the career you want. Our mission? To equip, elevate, and inspire you in your voiceover journey. Cheers to your success.
Have you spent a bunch of time going through voiceover training only to now feel lost and not sure what your next steps are?
Or maybe you had a little success and started booking some voiceover jobs feeling good, but then it died down a little, and now you're unsure about how to create that long and sustainable career.
Or wish you had a support group to inspire you, hold you accountable, and answer those ever-elusive industry questions that come up all the time.
Well, we've been in your shoes, having to try to figure it all out in pieces here and there. So that's why we want to introduce you to the Atlanta Voiceover Studio and ProVoiceOverTraining.com VO Mentorship Membership.
I know, like you need another membership, right? Yeah, we totally get it. But listen, the right one can make all the difference in a business.
Yeah, the reason we wanted to do this was because so many people go through training, get demos, maybe learn about voiceover from video courses like our own, ProVoiceOverTraining.com, or other places to train.
But when it came to actually putting it into practice and building a business, it felt overwhelming, confusing, and for some, maybe you, paralyzing.
Yeah, we could have created a workshop or class for this and it would have been worth it, but we wanted a solution that was for talent, that was just more affordable, convenient, and valuable.
We also wanted to be right there with you, helping you along the way as much as we could.
So before we jump into what the monthly mentorship membership covers, let's talk about the extras first.
Members will get first access to sign up for Industry Pro workouts. These are virtual small group opportunities to read for agents, casting directors, or creative directors, receive their feedback, and get to know them better. And we only have 15 spots for each, so they fill up quickly.
And you get $20 off Industry Pro workouts as members. The mentorship membership is only $25 a month, so if you love doing the Industry Pro workouts anyway, the membership basically pays for itself.
And on top of the Industry Pro workouts, we'll also occasionally give members discounts to training and other offerings.
And those are just the bonuses. Each month you'll get
professional training modules. These are live Zooms we'll host monthly along with industry expert guests, and topics range from industry insights, business strategies, performance, and more.
A resource library, a collection of past Zoom sessions, scripts, audition prep guides, tech setup guides, and reference materials for different genres.
Toolkits. These are downloadable resources like vocal warm-ups, exercises, and script breakdowns to build a solid foundation in voiceover.
Plus, and this is a biggie, you'll have access to our private community message board where you can ask questions and get support. Now, we built out this membership to grow with you no matter where you are in your voiceover journey.
So we hope you'll join us. Take the next step toward a rewarding voiceover career with mentorship that grows with you. Join today for only $25 a month.